I have found myself in yet another hole. Hello, I still have 3k points to waterboard you with? Oh, dear God. I just got my waters. They're gonna be gone immediately. Be prepared. I will... I probably should be. Oh, God. Welcome in, though. How are you doing? Also, hi, person. So, as you can see on my, fucking other page, my community page, I started playing fucking Deadlock, because they added Rem, and he looked cute, so I started playing the game. It took me, like, 2 days to break it, so... Did you miss me? Of course I did. You're more green than normal. Welcome to the sleep stream. These are the streams where I'm green for an amazing reason. What's the reason? I don't know. You'll have to read more to find out. All I need you to do is click past that that website paywall, and then you'll get full access to this article. All I need is your credit card information, and I can tell you everything you'd ever need to know. This fella thinks I'm literate. It's so true. You interacted with me at all. That's basically a sign that you are no longer literate. My money? Okay, 1 second. Oh, dear God. But yes, I have been recently playing a lot of Deadlock. Because the game is fun, actually. I've realized that I like this game. And that's a horrifying realization, I'm gonna be honest. When the game is actually fun, and then you have to play it, fucking horrifying. And to play, I'm trying to, I wish you could, I know you can look at fucking match reruns, but I just don't know where the fuck that is. I would love nothing more than to see my own previous runs so I can talk about it. Incredibly green activities are happening. So real. It's such a green, so many green activities are happening that even the people around me are becoming green. I talked to Kana one time and he immediately got sick. So, like... I talked to Kana one time for an extended duration and then instantly sickness. It's not my fault, besides the fact that it might be. Teehee, oopsies. Hold on, I have to go to PC to give you my money. Please hold. Okay, fantastic. Transactional relationship. Let's go. But yeah, no, my week has consisted of doing college work all day and then taking a break to play video game, specifically Deadlock, because the fucking as it should be, exactly. As you should always know, I always expect you to fork over all of the cash you have on hand just so you can talk to me. It's very integral. Where am I? Where am I? That's a great question. With no answer. College is a torture machine that doesn't let go, pretty much. I also had this funny little experience with my coursework where it's not difficult for right now, but there's just a lot of it. And I was doing one of the assignments and I was like, oh, it's just this many questions? That'll be fine. And then, oh, it only counts your questions on the occasion. You have to answer the question multiple times correctly before it actually allows you to do it that way. Oh, and I didn't study for this class because well, I did, but, like, I didn't think it'd be this many things. Oh, no. So you can imagine the situation. The situation of doing classes that aren't really related to your major, but, like, give you the college credits anyway. So, like, you do them because, well, might as well do these classes that I think are going to be easy so I can get college credits to work towards my actual classes that I need to take for my major. That's the situation I'm in. And then I see the class and I go, oh, that's not at all as straightforward as I thought it would be. I picked this for its straightforwardness. It is not, like, difficult like I expected, but it's not straightforward. That's for goddamn certain. I also do all my classes online because I don't know how to do them in person. I fucked up and I don't know how to do them in person anymore. You smelly. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you for the 500 bits. 500 bits given in single hundreds. Very nice, thank you. Do you think I was kidding? I didn't think I thought you were gonna pull a Gregory and give me like a singular cent. I thought I was gonna get a single cent in bits. I didn't know that I was gonna get actual money out of that. I thought I was gonna get, I'm better than Greg, so true. Your committance to the bit is very high. Gregory and Matt Gregory gifted, holy shit. Thank you for gifting a sub, Gregory. Oh my god, a fucking arms race is happening on my Twitch chat and I didn't expect it. Then the teacher takes their elective very seriously. I'm taking, listen, I want to go into a different fucking, I want to go into a different a different ology. I'm taking a psychology class for credits so I can do more biology, but specifically zoology. And, I was like, I'll just take this class because it's not going to be too crazy, right? Like, I can just kind of, it's not really going to help me with the particular major I'm going for. This is about people, not animal, not like, this is about what's it? This is about this is about human animals, not non-human animals. I say that one because I had a discussion with Conan about it, and then now fuck him, so I'm gonna say it like that forever. And what's it? And I didn't expect the class to like be that much work. I didn't expect singular things to take like an hour. I didn't know that part. And I didn't know that the tests, like the quizzes would count their time. The timer would still go up. Like, would still count down even if you close the assignment and like try and take like a break or like a bathroom break. So you only have what the timer says, even if you set it down to just like do it in a little bit. Because I opened it with the intention of setting it down again because I was like, listen, my neck hurts and I'm stressed a little bit, so I'm just gonna sit this down and then come back to it later, but like at least see what I'm generally working with. And then it said that the timer would never stop, and I had to kind of sit there and go, oh. Actual screamer when that happens, right? It's like, I was like, wait, hold on. I was just gonna look. I was just gonna take a little peek and then back out. I didn't think I'd actually have to sit here and do this. You were saying, I'm currently surrounded by snow. That's I am literally cooler. Are you like one of those like snow dogs, Gregory? Like one of those snow dogs that particularly like you try and get them inside and they just stay outside forever? Is that you? Mosquitoes that have walls or a roof. Oh god. Not even in the comfort of a warm home. Skill issue. Simply just do it. Simply just be better. Clearly. That's all. God. Okay, I will say one thing that matters to literally nobody who doesn't literally nobody except people who play scary Deadlock game. I saw a poll and had to see what was going on. There's a poll Hi Dragon, welcome in. Why bother wasting money on such things when I can simply have a greater quantity of blankets? You just like maximum burrito. You just roll. You roll everywhere. Also, a hype train, right? We got a hype train from some stuff, which is really exciting. Oh god. But yes, my week has consisted of two things: college and getting, playing, Deadlock and getting into a particular situation. By the fact that I actually like the video game, and I don't know what to do about that. Terrifying. I like the game. Also, if your classes are not too overwhelming, Aurora, it will likely take time to adapt to a university education. But I believe they're more capable of passing your classes. Thank you, Gregory. And actually, I've been passing pretty well now that I switched to online classes. My main thing was, with college classes, I had a bit of difficulty taking them in person because I couldn't understand the coursework as easily. But here's the thing. It's not that I couldn't understand the coursework that was being given to me. I didn't really understand how I was receiving that coursework. Like, I understood that I was given coursework to do and I had to do it. But I never really, like, figured out how the whole technical side of it worked. Like, how I was supposed to be doing each assignment. So I just didn't do it very well. Which kinda sucked. But, you know, things happen. I missed what Gregory said something else. Hold on. Oh, okay. And yeah, I'm gonna try my damnedest. That's all that matters. I'll try my best, and I will hopefully succeed. Also, when it comes to this next week of, these next couple of weeks of streams, so I have one thing I do want to mention, actually. See, initially I planned on doing my my very late 2-year stream, next week. However, I have come to realize that I don't think I will be able to, because there's just too little time to get things set up. Situation calls for the fact that I don't think I'll be able, so I will probably, do something a little bit different this week. Who knows? I will do something, but I'm not really sure what. Busy, many such cases. Yeah, you know how it is. So I will probably just do some smaller streams this week. Like playing fucking Arena again, because of course I would. And honestly, I've been debating on if I stream. I haven't really streamed very many multiplayer games, which is why I'm kind of worried to stream any game that has other people in it. Only if I get other people to play it with, I would I'll play like Deadlock or something on stream. May as well, right? But I would need to find like 4 to 6 people, or just wing it with less. But who knows? Have you considered outsourcing your ideas to another VTuber whilst claiming that you yourself did the work? So you mean I just become a reaction streamer? I sit there, I watch somebody else do something, and I go, we did so awesome. We did great, everybody. Teamwork, right? I'm so proud of us. I love all the work we did. Oh god. The moment I start, the moment I do anything like reaction stuff, I think is the moment that I have truly failed. I'm a hypocrite in the sense that I do watch other people sometimes, if they're like doing if they like do music ones in particular. But like I am not fucking, I have no professional things. Steve Jobs, my favorite reaction streamer. I'm going to be so honest. The first time I heard about Steve Jobs was the Steve Jobs died of ligma thing. That is the first time I had ever heard his name before. To the point where the fucking who the hell is Steve Jobs was me. Aurora, please. Gregory, I lived under a rock for a very long time, okay? You are the youngest person ever. No, actually. Listen, I spent too long doing the thing where I played multiplayer games by myself. I spent too long in my own little box, okay? I didn't interact with the wider world for very many years. I think my first example of interacting with the wider world was, like, my first time ever going into any fandom stuff, I think, was literally, like, 2-3 years ago. I was in my own little box until probably, like, end of high school. I just stuck in my little spot, and I did my own little things, and I never had any, like, social media or anything. I just kind of existed in my own little space, which I feel like is very obvious in the way that I act. That would explain why there are so much less, why you are so much less innocent now compared to when you debuted. Pretty much, yeah. When I started, I was only about, like, a year or two out of my shell. When I started, I was really only a little bit out of my shell. And then, it's been years now. It's been 2 years. The effect of what happens when I stream for 2 years. God, there is a certain time that you never got to see. We have ruined. No, trust me, you also blame Khan. You can blame Khan a little bit on this one. This is a particular one because there is something that happened in relationship to this that I do want to talk about because I think it's really funny that before what the fuck is that? That before I started, like streaming or doing anything like that, when I first met Khan, my ability to be flustered by other people and, like, made speechless by other people's words was, I was so easy when it came to that. It was so easy to do that. It would happen, like, every single conversation, basically. Anytime Khan said anything of a particular nature, I would, like, immediately, like, completely short circuit. And now it has been, like, a while, and I have improved very heavily in that department to the point where it never happens anymore. Not to the same degree. Any sense of like, how I was 2 years ago is basically gone at this point. It is requiring a great deal of willpower to refrain from making a lewd joke. You know, I'm impressed that you have that willpower, Gregory. Not many do. Is that supposed to be you just punch them to death? Okay. But yes, no, that is one of the major changes over all these years. I have definitely come out of my shell a little bit more. I also, fun fact about this actually, my like current speaking voice, how I got this was because I was too quiet on stream and I just kept trying to get a little bit louder. And I was trying to be a little bit more confident in my own voice. And that's the only reason I talk loud on stream. It was just confidence boosting the entire time. Because I did not have the confidence to talk in more than I whisper for like a very long while. And then I did. Now I talk in much more than a whisper. Now I need to watch earlier streams. If you watch that first stream, I do not sound like the same person at all. I sound incredibly different. Hold on, I will play the audio from that first stream, just like for a second. You need to see how I sounded back then. Because I had like a worse microphone. Oh god, it was an experience. It's been 2 years. I don't even want to think about that. My old loading screen. Okay. Here you go. Thank you. This is how I used to sound on stream. Games I played as a child without Xbox Live. Possibly ever in 1,000 years think to open a random blank. That's how I used to talk. I talked a little bit quieter. just a little bit quieter. I was very quiet. I was so quiet. I was gonna say the better mic quality helps too, right? The better mic quality was such a fucking game changer. I think only my first 2-3 streams had watering my streamer. Thank you for more watering. I'm going to sprout like a fucking chia pet. It's gonna be awesome. Wait, I think I already have. I think you've overwatered me. I'm so green. I'm so incredibly green. Good lord. Yeah, no, that's how I used to sound. I used to sound like that on stream. I used to be super, super quiet. I was so scared about talking because I was like, I don't think I have a very good sounding voice. So I'm just gonna be super quiet so you can barely understand me. I barely remember your Kanto 1 stream, and I already thought you've changed comparing to nowadays streams. I mean, it has been almost a year if you think about it. Also, was fucking V's that was also was that fucking V's earlier? Yes, it was. If you desire a classic Aurora stream, watch the Ace Attorney streams. Were marvelous. The Ace Attorney streams are fucking hilarious. They're the streams the Aurora is illiterate came from. No other stream really had the same impact on my ability to read as those streams. Like, I just genuinely could not fucking read anything in that game. It was fucking difficult. Oh god, it was. The fun part about my Kanto 1, my like early Limbus streams, by the way, is I don't even fucking remember what I was going to do. Also, fun fact about my early fun fact about my early Limbus Company streams. When I first opened the game, I had gotten, there's one Google result for when you look up that game that is incredibly misleading, and that happens to be the result that I saw when I was looking at the game. It's this guy in a gas mask, looks like a CSGO character. I think it is literally a CSGO character that it comes up when you look up Limbus Company for me. And I saw that one before I saw the other stuff, and I was like, is this the game? Like, is this right here what the game looks like? It isn't. It's actually very much not that. It is not CSGO. It is incredibly not CSGO. So, suffice to say, I did not understand what I was getting myself into at fucking all. I still think that's really funny. Gotta just read books like Kai Cenat was. My weird thing about reading is, here's the thing, I can read, I just can't read out loud. An FPS game could exist in Project Moon setting. Okay, here's a question though about that setting, like realistically, I think FPS is like the lowest list on the priority on what could happen. Like there are so many other game types that I could see happening first. Then again, there's just so much you can do. There's a lot of groundwork there. Also, the thing about PM's particular way of going, an FPS in the style of Portal would work quite well. So true. In fact, speaking of an FPS in the style of Portal, Portal people who like to people who really like Portal, I'm gonna show you something really fast. We're gonna switch screens just for a little bit. So you know how I said that I've been playing Deadlock recently? There's a particular character that I like in it, only because you're just playing fucking Portal. You're literally just playing Portal, and that's why I like him so much. Hi, we're taking a look at this for just a singular second. I found this guy, and I figured out that he does this. So you can say that I kind of found my particular interest in the fact that this is just Portal this is just Valve making Portal again with one character. So I saw that and I was like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna be doing now. This is gonna be my life now. What do you mean? Portal is already an FPS though. I mean, that is true. It is technically an FPS. It is also made, because you are technically you are first person shooting portals. Portal's a puzzle game in the style of an FPS, in the style of Portal. I feel like Portal is so incredibly unique though. Like, Portal really is one of a kind. Splitgate is also FPS, what's it? It's also FPS with portals. Didn't that... Okay, didn't Splitgate completely fucking fail as, like, a project? What the fuck happened? How did they fuck that up? I'm actually really curious. How the fuck did they mess that up? Was it just, like, game bad? Is that it? Just a case of game bad? Because I remember the first one people liked. I don't actually know why they've had to re-release like 7 fucking times. A first-person puzzle game based around unique environments and movement gimmick. What's it? And movement gimmick. Oh, what? With what, Portal is? I'm very curious as to, like, I mean, I'm sure it could be done. And it could be done well. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion hits the vibes. What's it? Hits the vibes and major story beats of Portal. Wait, really? In what way? Hold on. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, except that game is in third person. In what? Like, hold on, wait, in what way? Because I am very curious. And when you say Portal, are you talking more like Portal 1? Like, there was a scary AI person or AI equivalent person and puzzle solving in that sense. I mean, it wouldn't, yes? Oh, really? Okay. God, Portal is such a fascinating game for so many reasons. Especially because it's really good, but the first game has so many issues that you don't even see. That's the fun part about it. It's a Valve game, so the code is made out of, like, a really long piece of, a really long spaghetti noodle is the entirety of the fucking Portal code. And I just think that's kind of funny. I would legitimately recommend Splatoon 2 purely for the Octo expansion. I don't actually own anything Nintendo, so I don't think I'd actually be able to. I mean, I might just look. I might look into it though. Test subject is awoken in an underground facility where they have to complete various trials based around the game's unique movement gimmicks, guided by an AI that used to be human that tries to kill you once you complete its tasks. Oh, that literally is just Portal. Awesome. What's it? Rather than cake, you are promised admittance. You are promised admittance into the promised land. You are instead blended in a blender. Okay, so yeah, basically Portal. God, Portal is such a good fucking game. Oh yeah, did you know? I learned a fact from a YouTube video, so I'm going to regurgitate it right back at you all. Did you know that in Portal 1, the neurotoxin clock is kind of programmed in a really fucking weird way? And that only the first 2 digits of the clock actually and only the first 2 digits of the clock actually count down. The milliseconds one counts up. So in the entire game, walking through the entrails of former test subjects, it is delightfully morbid. Really? I didn't expect that from Nintendo. Oh, that's funny, right? When you look at the clock, the fucking millisecond timer is counting up the entire time. So you don't fucking notice it though, because the milliseconds are going so goddamn fast, but it is indefinitely not counting in the right direction. But they did fix it in, but they did end up fixing it in Portal 2, but it is, in fact, the whole fucking countdown clock I've learned in Portal 1 was just completely busted. Like, the whole thing was really weird. Once the neurotoxin timer actually starts, it does not stop. It never stopped. That neurotoxin timer just goes for fucking ever. And the only reason it doesn't kill you after the credits roll, is because, because they set the timer to, like, a ridiculously long time, so that you're already gonna be done with the game by the time that happens, so even if you, so you could theoretically die after you beat the game, if you break the you break the cake being put out sequence that rolls credits. And just kind of sit around on the map for like over 24 hours. If you just sit around in that spot for over 24 hours, you will just die. Because it sets it to 99999 on how long the timer has, because they don't just turn it off. So it just sets it really long, which is really funny to me. It's also the same video that if you go watch it, it teaches you about why we use time, like why time is delineated the same way that it is, the way that it is now. Which is quite funny, the fact that the video goes about a portal soft lock, but the rest, like part of the video is about portal soft lock. The rest of it is about the history of timekeeping. Which is just really funny. I learned so many facts about why we count to 60 for the first two, and why the third one. I fucking love video essays, right? They just seem like long, they seem like long-winded tangents. But like, they're the kind of things, okay, my favorite category of video essay is your friend is going to be, like, your friend talking to you in a 3 a.m. Discord call. That is my favorite category of video essay. You will get sidetracked at some point, and you will no longer be on the same topic you started with, and you'll just be here now, and it's like, were we talking about something else? Like, were we somewhere else, actually? I don't remember being here. Because it's so funny. I have a certain that certain feeling when the video essay is not a summary, right? When the video essay is like so much, it just is seeping with this person's hyperfixation, or they looked too far into this and want to tell you everything about it, and I want to hear it. Sign me the fuck up. I want to hear about this. Yes, you sat me down to talk about Portal. That's wonderful, but now we're talking about fucking time and the French Revolution. That's fucking funny. Let's keep this going. That's really great. But yeah, no, I was thinking about that recently, because video essays are fucking fun, man. Video essays are cool. God, you don't know what I'm doing on the side, but I am fucking, I have found my own little fucking ADHD thing. It's working so well. It's working a little bit too well, I have to stop. I do anything on the side as like I want to make my hands move, and then it becomes so integral to everything else that like I derail because the thing that I'm using to not derail is becoming the next thing that I derail with. Actually tragic. I'd be drawn, to be honest. What are you arting? What's your art? Well, what you doing? I gotta art more. Oh god. Horrifying statement. Here, give me a good side. Hold on. I'm sure I look fabulous. God, I know the next thing I'm going to fucking draw. I'm probably gonna, I think I have to, for the sake of propaganda, I have to draw Silver from Deadlock for the sake of propaganda. I need to spread my own little bit of propaganda because nobody else seems to be fucking doing it. You look particularly cabbage-like today, Aurora. Why, thank you. I have been eating my greens. Then again, I don't really think I've been eating my greens. I've been eating my like my yellows probably. That's a more apt description of what I've been eating. Because I had corn, and corn is good. I've been eating my yellows. Oh dear God. That's actually also video essays that just feel like they're recapping the thing, just like long-winded recaps or summaries. because of those, terrible confession. I actually kind of hate corn. You know, I think that's fair. I personally think that's fair. I like corn a lot personally because it's just kind of nice. I think it's just delightful. But that's also because I don't really like, I'm weird. I like greens more than I like meats, but I also like seafood a lot. It's okay to have a bad take, no. Everybody gets to have at least one bad take. Early development build. God damn. The fact that this game is playable just shocks me. Also, hold on. I need to agenda post a little bit really fast to every person in chat here. Okay, okay. I need you to understand something. We live in a fucking world, okay, where this character is not playable yet. I'm so fucking sad about it. I'm so sad about that fact. This is like half of the reason I saw her and I was like, okay, so I need to play this game actually, just for this. So I think I need to, do you like maize or cereal grain more generally? This should have the cob. Oh, I like, okay, yeah, my thing with corn though is, Nuz, I have to say, corn on the cob is the way that I like corn. No other way really hits as hard as just corn on the cob. Silver is P, fucking right. I love Silver. I love Silver so much. She's so cool. One of my exes loves her so much. I mean, she is pretty cool. Ignore him. He's not supposed to be here. I prefer gold. I like the color of silver, okay? Silver's quite cool. But yes, that's my agenda posting. I just really like Silver. I just really like her. I think she's neat. Also, speaking of finding stuff that's quite nice. There is one thing that is so sad, that's so like bittersweet in my mind, because I don't know how to feel about, like, I'm happy about it, but I'm also sad about it at the same time. I find, like, something that I like to read, but it, like, ends so fucking quick. It's already over, and I liked the whole thing. And, like, I'm glad I got to see it end before it gets, like, canceled or anything. I'm glad I got to see the end of the story. But, like, I needed, like, at least 10 more chapters of this, and now it's gone. I spent, like, 17 chapters getting invested, and then it ends in 17 chapters, and just go, oh. I have to find something else now, and nothing will ever be the same, ever again. I just need that exact same concept, but, like, done for, like, much longer, and I will be very happy. That's how I am with, like, all of the manga that I read. And not even just manga, anything that I read. Any bit of reading that I do, I just want that same thing, but, like, more of it. Listen, there is some, I have made it, like, very apparent that Game of Thrones gets you that feeling, oh what, I just want something that's like this. Oh god, for me, I found a very nice, manga that is, it's a Yuri manga, because of course it is. I basically only read Yuri and Yaoi. That's my situation, but you already know that. And I liked the concept, the writing was good, and then it ends in 17 chapters. And I'm like, is that it? I feel like you could have made this at least go 10 more chapters, and I would have been I'm like, that would have been probably a little bit better for pacing. But like, is that it? Are we certain? This concept has a lot going for it, and it's over already. My Boy Meets Maria ends so fast that I almost screamed. Oh god. It just gets good, and you're like, oh, okay, well, fucking fine then. I'll just stop reading it. Like, I didn't want to read more anyway, or something. I'm okay. Listen, it was a fucking... all I'm saying about what I was reading, I have never read a Yuri manga with that much of a height difference, okay? It was a very interesting read. Alright, bro, guys, I'll just die, right? I don't get to see my silly little guys that I spent 17 chapters getting invested in. They're fucking gone now. My Yuri that I liked is no longer a thing anymore. Which is why I need to have a shit ton of Yuri just to read on the side. And sometimes it's the funny part is I will go from reading one I won't even finish it. I'll like read part of it and just wait for more chapters to come out so I don't get stuck in the middle of an arc. So I'm not sitting there waiting for fucking ever to read the next chapter. I can at least have like, okay, that's that arc finished. I'm gonna put it down until the next arc is done before I read any of the in-between material. God. I think the fun part about reading such a wide genre is there's so much shit there to read. Some of it's really sweet, and other ones have one of the love interests literally die. Die, like, in the first 20 chapters. And you just gotta stare at it and go, how are there over 30 chapters of this? What happens? I didn't think that you were gonna die. I didn't think you were gonna die that early. I had expectations for you to, like, be a character for longer. I actually liked you, because I had expectations that you would live. Because I haven't seen somebody die that fucking quick. What? A romance story that features death? How shocking and original. I know, right? Added that the death happens, and the manga just keeps kind of going. And, like, the death is now... The fun part is, the death is for, like, a completely different purpose in the manga. It's so weird. It's a romance manga, but, like, the other half of it is about, like... War is bad, by the way. It's about fucking survivor's guilt and war. But it's also a Yuri at the same time. Also a romance Yuri, so it's like... You know, there's all these really nice things happening, but also the fucking war. Like, but also the war. So it's like, okay, well... well, I mean... I knew that the war plot was, like, very relevant to what's going on. That is War and Peace, Aurora. The protagonist dies who, about 2/3 of the way through the novel. Well, one of the protagonists. I don't think I've heard of that one. Okay, here's, I'm gonna give like an open floor thing. Aurora, please. Gregory, listen, I have not read very many books, okay? My thing is, okay, you haven't heard of War and Peace? I have not. I'm sorry. The book of... I have not. I'm sorry. I'm not... Okay. Here's my little knowledge. My little caveat. I think I will read more things under one condition. I need to find shit that's in... I have very sensitive eyes, because I have really shitty eyes, and they're very sensitive to stuff. I've been using dark mode on things for so long that light mode on anything gives me an actual fucking migraine. And that's not like a joke. I genuinely get a migraine. And every time I find books online to read or in any... Because I don't fucking buy things. I don't have money for that. It always, like, I look at it for like 3 seconds and I go, oh my god, I am going to go blind. Good evening, welcome in. We are talking about books right now. Particularly little book interests that we have. How long is it? It's, oh my god, it's already almost been an hour. It has been quite a while. Have you tried audiobooks or dubs? That's a great question. I don't think I have. My hard bit with audiobooks is I kind of forget to listen to audiobooks sometimes. Like, I'm faster to read something than watch something, I've discovered. Despite how I am with reading comprehension, I am quick to read things first. There have been many times I'll find a story that I like that's been turned into, like, a series that I could have just watched, and I'll go back to reading it anyway. Like, the only things that I would rather watch than read, I've discovered, are things where the actual movement is, like, an integral to the story. If it is a story where the movement is important, then I will watch it instead. Even Charlie Brown has read War and Peace. I'm sorry, it wasn't on my radar. I didn't even know it existed until right now. I live in a little cardboard box on the side of the road. Then again, I'm sure even if I lived in a cardboard box on the side of the road, the box itself probably would have fucking experienced more than I have. I just very much existed for a very long time in my own little bubble, which consisted of, like, actually 4 things. I did not really bridge out to other things. I was in my own little bubble, and I didn't really think about other stuff outside of it. The box has at least seen a variety of cars, right? I mean, hey, I've seen a variety of stuff too. I've seen some insects, which are pretty fucking cool. I know insect stuff. I remember I went on a little bit of a tangent a few days ago. Not really insects, but I went on a little bat tangent a few days ago. That was fun. I asked a question, and I got back an answer of somebody trying to find geological information for bats, and I went off to go find particularly what fit what the kind of bat they were going for. We're talking about, like, 'cause I made the joke about how, vampires turning into bats, like, what if they turned into, like, a fruit bat or something? Instead of just like a, I think they're just called vampire bats. I don't remember what particular name they have. But I made that joke, and then I got back the message of, I want to actually, like, I want to make this possible, but now I'm looking into too much bat and, like, geological information. And I was like, shit, I can help. I can go on bat conservation sites and stuff and try and find bats that fit the general vibe of what we're going for, based on location and what they actually do. And that's how I've learned that bats are kind of funky. Bats are weird little guys. I like them. Not my, like, favorite animal, but, like, they're cool. there's some bat species that I like more than others. Bats are indeed silly little guys, right? I wanna, looking at bats made me really curious about something because I wanna know, they are the kings of disease. That is true. They're so good at handling diseases and living with them that, like, it doesn't fucking matter. They'll just chill. Fun fact, bats are the second most common type of mammal, second to rats. You know, I'm not actually too shocked. There are a shit ton of bats. There are so many. And, I mean, technically, because bats are so good with diseases, I'm pretty sure, at least last I've heard, aren't there people studying bats to try and help with certain diseases that that humans can't really handle? By just testing and checking out what bats actually, like, how they survive these things? Yes, that's some really cool shit. Like, if I do anything, like, I like, that's cool. Like, I think I would want to look into that more. Bats are fun, man. They're just kind of little guys. And the one little bat thing that I want to learn about is the more that I look at bats, the more that I realize that all of them have a generally similar, like, the shape of the nose, at least for North American bats that I've seen, have, like, a generally similar shape. And I think that's fascinating. I wonder what what evolution led to that. Because I was, because they all kind of have their nose is, like, pointy. And I'm curious as to why. Like, what's the evolutionary advantage to pointy nose? You should look at the hog-nosed bat. I will. Almost a thesis subject. That is so true. I'm gonna hold on to that, actually. Why do bats evolve to all have the same little fucking nose, like, all the same little nose things? Not all of them, though, because, like, African fruit bats don't look like that. They have more traditional snouts. And generally, actually, a lot of bats don't have snouts. But some do. Short or long, generally, I mean, I've only ever seen, this is all going based off of fucking, what's that type of evidence? It's the fucking, I forgot the name of it, embarrassing. Okay. It's correlation, but I don't think it's causation, if that makes any sense. Like, what I'm thinking, I think they're just, or no, like, I don't think there's any kind of, actually, no, that's completely wrong. There's no real, like, I don't think there's any real correlation between the two things, but, like, the correlation was the word I was looking for, not causation. What's it? Anecdotal. Yeah, yes. Because the two bat species, at least I found, that have longer snouts are both, fruit-eating bats. You have the African fruit bat, and you have the, at least from the American side of things, I found one in, like, it's near Mexico, near that general, like, around that whole area, species of bat, that eats cactus. And they both have a more protruding snout than, than, like, other bats that I've seen, which are, I mean, I'm assuming don't work that exact same way, but I mean, I'd have to look and see, you know? I'd have to actually do research. But I noticed it on, like, the tiny sample size I have, and I want to see if I'm onto something, or I want to see if I'm onto something or on something. We're gonna have to wait and see, because I feel like the answer is very obvious, but I don't want to admit it yet. I've talked so much so fast. My throat actually dried out. Like in the midst of all of that, my throat dried itself completely. Oops. Yup, I'm gonna have to water more. We do have quite a bit of water to drink. I do. I'm about to finish the bottle I opened for this stream. God, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do for the rest of this week. I know I'm gonna play Library again. I need to beat that game at some point. I need to beat like all of the PM games at some fucking point though. Like I need to beat the other two previous games, because the longer I don't beat them, the more chance that I open any bit of social media and somebody goes, by the way, this is going to happen. Or by the way, this happens. Remember when we all saw this, and I get to look at it and go, I didn't see that. I wasn't there for that. I haven't fucking gotten that far yet. I'll always help you with the Lobotomy Corporation. Thank you, Gregory. I'm pretty close to done with it. So, I'll probably have to just stream it from this point on. Because I'm at the final days of LobCorp, so I may as well just stream it. So my sanity stays intact a little bit more. But yeah, no, other than that, I've been thinking about what else I could do. I mean, actually, let me test something. This will determine if I do anything in particular. Choose those types of communication you'd like to receive by default. Oh, actually? Okay. So, okay, technically I could stream. Maybe I might. I might play the silly little early access Valve game. Or early development Valve game. On stream. I might do that this week. And that's gonna be like fucking 2 of the streams. Goddamn. I'll just do that, yeah. Fuck it, right? Oh, wait, that's a whole week of things. I said 3 things, and that's a whole week of things. Awesome. There you go. I figured it out. A schedule will be posted or it won't. I might just not do it this week because, teehee oopsies. Stretch. Okay. I don't know. I exhausted all my talking points. I had a very productive talking day. I said all the things I ever could have wanted to say. There's nothing more to ever be said. And that was, according to Philip. The talker has become the silenced. The yapper has no longer yapped anymore. Nothing more. You can always stream Geometry Dash. I have a particular plan with Geometry Dash, but I can't really talk about it yet. Can't fit Kuramau in my burn team. Have you considered fitting Kiramile into your Envy Residence team? Have you considered Kiramile Envy Res team? Why, yes, I have. Did you know that I actually made an Envy Residence team all for her? I have a team where I only use the middle IDs, and it is a fucking disaster, but I love it. Because no passives that work with fucking and would work with an Envy Res team, like none of them. I mean, technically one of them does. If you use the what's it? Like base Heathcliff and LCCB Rogia both work pretty decently with a Envy Res team. But like nobody else does. Everybody else, you're relying on their other skills to make up for the fact that you can only really do good Envy on that team. At least in my mind. Pequod Heathcliff in every middle ID. I just use base Heathcliff for the added blunt damage off while he's off to the side. I mean, just stacking some passives related to blunt damage, I guess, pretty much, right? The only difficult part, though, is, like, nothing really works off of Envy that isn't for charge, I guess, is the situation. Oh, you're talking support passives. Yes, I'm talking support passives, not like, on the field. I'm talking support. Yeah. No one actually builds for those outside of solos. I build for those. Base IDs is all one requires. Suffer. You will grow from the pain. I actually do have a base ID fully upgraded. And it is base Ryoshu is the one that I have fully maxed out. Fully uptied, fully leveled. No other one. I just finished Kanto 9 and thought it was fitting that she of all people needed to be the one that was fully maxed out. But yeah, no, I like to do passive building. I'm a big fan of passive building on my teams. And it's really fucking hard to build for passives on that team because like the only people who deal and who work with Envy. Damn, the strike is not turning out how I wanted to. Yeah, no, that's art. It fucking happens. It always happens. Every time. That's why, actually, fun thing about art for me, I've decided that every time I art from this point on, I will always art with literally 0 expectations. That is the only way I can actually make something. I'll art, and then if it looks good, I'll go, oh, I didn't think I was making this today, but apparently I am. And if it looks bad, then I go, it's a sketch, it's a doodle, who cares? That's the only way I'm able to make stuff. Here, hold on. Yeah, that's how you do it, right? It's the only way you can make things work. Every time I sit down and say, I'm gonna draw this character in this pose, it never fucking works. I just have to say, I'm drawing something in some way. Here, we're gonna derail a little bit. Not too much, but we're gonna derail just a tiny little bit. Talk about this particular thing. Also, it's why, actually, when I draw, I have a very particular thing. When I doodle draw, I don't know why. Okay. I talked about this on stream before, but I'm talking about it again, because I have fucking short-term memory. I'm doing it anyway, I don't care. The stream talking about bats and art when... right now, we're talking about bats and art. Right, I'm gonna draw a bat, not really, I'm gonna draw myself. Or just somebody, I don't know. Basically, for some reason, I have this issue with art where when I want to doodle, I always draw the exact same perspective every single time. It's kind of crazy. Like, I will always do this fucking perspective. Hold on, I have to kind of make it look a little bit like there's a little more depth to it. I always draw this perspective for some fucking reason, and I don't know why. It just happens every single time. I don't know how to draw any other body type besides skinny twink and absolute brick shithouse. For me, I don't know how to draw body types. I just draw. I just draw and shit happens. Hello, Syntax. Welcome in. How are you? That eye is so improper. That's much better. I got cussed in a bit, so goodbye. I just wanted to say hi. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi, though. I appreciate it. Why would you build a why would you build a brick outhouse? That is inefficient. Hey, it's called I'm bored. It's called I'm bored and I felt like it. But yeah, no, this is the angle I draw basically everything. And I don't know why. You do realize that, that you need to move outhouses once the laundry is full, yes? Yeah, but like, what if you just can't move because it's a skill issue, clearly. That's all. Simply just be stronger. But yeah, no, this perspective, the neck doesn't really matter, but this head perspective is what I draw every single time I just want to doodle. Like, I can bang this out in like 2 seconds. And I can't do any other angle with nearly any level of like efficiency to the point of making it look like a human being. Like, this at least looks like I'm drawing something. Latrine, Aurora, thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. This is one of you in the chat. This is you right now. You don't know who you are. I don't. You don't know. I'm drawing one of you, but you have to just believe that this is you. This is a self-portrait of you. This is what you look like right now. This is exactly. Just as bald as this art too. A kind of expression you only get when seeing when you see an Aurora stream. Exactly. We're making new fucking sentences here. Oh, but it's a self-portrait rather than you drawing yourself. I know I said the wrong thing. Well, it's not a self-portrait, just a portrait. Yeah, it's just a portrait of somebody else. It's not working. I need him to be fatter. Oh god, yeah, right. Fucking body types are so hard, man. What if I, like, bring the shoulder up here, and then... Yeah, no, this is the angle that I'm, like, cursed to draw. I just can't draw other angles with nearly this amount of, like, efficiency. Everything else takes at least 5 seconds more, and that's too much. Bro, just lock in sheets. So real. I think the funny thing about art is the angle that I actually struggle the most with is like a front-on angle. It's so much harder to convey depth on a person's skull when you can't literally see the curvature. Where I am legitimately only getting puppy kennel ads for this stream. Do you have something you wish to tell us about housing situation? Listen, okay, things are bad right now, but listen, it's not my fault, okay? It's don't worry about it. This, God, I hate that this actually doesn't look that like this conveys what I want really easily. That's so sad. Sketches looking, not sketches, doodles looking. It's not really a sketch if it's not made for anything more. It's a doodle. But doodling something and having it look better than when you try and actually seriously draw is like, man, that's sad. Pop again. Looks like I came in on a fish islands. I mean, wait, yeah, I totally could fish islands this more. This is the angle, but I was talking about how when I draw, this is the angle that I just for some reason cannot escape. Make it look a little bit larger than it is totally a fish island. Looking at refs, is this right? Okay, right? No, so real. Looking at, spending like half of the time you're drawing looking at refs is so fucking real. Okay, there's actually one little art thing and I'm trying to incorporate into my drawings that I want to talk about because I think it's really cool to do, but like I can't fucking do it with any level of, like making it look good. I want to include this in my art, but I fucking have such a hard time doing it. The, like, flesh at the bottom of your eye. I always try and include it, because I think it looks pretty if you include it. Like the little pink part here that comes down into this here. I always try and make sure I add this, because I think it just makes art look a little bit nicer when I draw. But it's really hard to make that look good, for me at least, at my current state. Because, you know, this is how I draw. God. I will say, one thing about looking at this, though, if you showed this to me, like, 3 years ago, I think I would fucking not believe you. I don't think I would believe you that I could do that. At all. Because I think I made a decent improvement in the time. I can at least draw this and make it look good. Make it look passable, I think I should say instead. Because what, chest would kind of follow along here. I'm getting carried away. And then arm, because this muscle would come over the top. Yeah, I'm not really trying to draw anything here. But yes, chest would follow along here from this angle, because the body is kind of doing... if this body was a box like this, it would be kind of like that, or like that. Yeah, that's a bit more sensical. Yep, awesome. Alright. That's it. That's all my drawing. That's all you get to see. I'm not actually going to finish this. This was all for just to explain that this is the one angle that, like, clicks in my head immediately. Actually, if I wanted to be more accurate, I would push all this back. Like, theoretically, I could just... I think this is all too pushed forward here. Like, I could... Oh, that adjusts the eye. So, like... Like, if I really wanted to, I could bring... cylinder here. No, it'd be like that, because of the angle that I wanted to go for. And then that would connect back down. No, that wouldn't connect properly at all, because that would be cylinder for shoulder, which would be kind of like over here, or over here, maybe? I don't know. Fucking art stuff. Anyways, I was talking that. I'm getting too far into it. I did not want to go into that. Wrong button. We're staying here. But yes, what's it? I have knocked everything over. That's what I have done. Accidental lock-in, right? The fucking hyperfixation, the ADHD symptoms kick in immediately the moment I touch anything. I have to stay focused, or else I will derail this stream so hard. I am very lucky I have been able to not derail it to the degree that I have this stream. Because I have not derailed anything so far as bad as I possibly could have. I've been fucking having things open in the background to fidget with all stream, and I'm so glad I have not gone far into that. Quick, derail the stream to horse races. That's a really good fucking point. I really should. Stream doesn't derail, it simply flows over rocks. Exactly. Okay, I don't know how to do this, I guess. What angle are you going for? What's the situation? Is it an angle, or is it like a body thing? Angle is the problem. I was trying to know how to draw chubby girls. Oh, totally fair. I am not strong enough. I don't know either. A lot of the... I'd have to find art references for it, or like physiological references for it. A lot of the stuff I see is just like the literal musculature. That is a serious personal failing. A grave mistake you must correct instantly. Okay, I will say the most I will derail in the context of horse racing is, I think one thing about horses, which is very funny to me, is like with any other animal, the names that you would give that like you see associated with them are just these like cute little things, or oh, I named them this because it reminds me of this, and then a horse's name is like just actual like gibberish. People name their horses like they give their fucking like Xbox usernames, I swear. No other animal has that fate. Just horses. I.e., yeah, that is an actual horse name. And you get horses named John Lennon and Ringo Starr. Oh, God. I have no idea how I usually have to pull out the big guns for this. Oh, my God. Pull out all the stops just to art, really, just to really art. Here's a question. I'm just naming the Beatles. I would not be shocked if there were horses named after the Beatles. I would not be shocked. That does not... There's a fucking... I mean, isn't there a horse named after the fucking... What's it movies? The... Flying movies with the Tom Cruise? Isn't there a horse named after that? I would not be shocked if there were horses named after every fucking member of the Beatles. Okay, here's a question for people who know horses. What is the most unfortunate horse name you've ever seen? Where you look at it and you go, oh, you poor thing. Mayano Top Gun? Yes. Named after Top Gun, so like... I mean, I do not put it past horse people to name them after fucking... what's it? The Beatles. Like, I do not put it past them. Yeah. Obey Your Master is the name of an actual horse? Wait, oh god. It genuinely feels like Francis the 15th. You're betting on Pope Francis the 14th on this, Pope Francis the 15th on this horse race? Oh my god. I feel like horse names are half done to just look really ridiculous on the betting page, on like the Who's Racing Today page. And are the other half done, what's it? And are the other half done to make whatever, like, announcer has to say these things completely fucking, like, lose their shit. Like, have to say it with, like, a straight face. Have to be so fucking serious. And then say that, and then say those things. I don't think it's physically possible, but they do it. They certainly do it. The stream successfully derailed. Hell yeah. First it was bats, then it was horses. Then again, as long as I'm not, like, playing a different game, is it really derailing? See, it'd only be derailing if I switch to this screen for the rest of the stream. Vote silver, vote silver, vote silver. Anyways. My search for an adequate ref is taking me to dark places. I can imagine where you're being taken, and your soul, do not lose your soul there. The demons will grab out at you, but you have to make sure not to give in to their temptation. A real derailment is that Bruce Springsteen of all artists just launched an album. Does he? I feel like I've heard his music before, but I don't even know. What the fuck does he do? What does that man even do? I know he exists, but it's been so fucking long, I don't even remember what he does anymore. I think he's folk. That would explain why I haven't heard it. He's also not a great singer. That would also explain it. Aurora, you are from New Jersey. How do you not know Bruce Springsteen? I know him by name. I don't know him by music. Like, if you tell me one of his songs, I might know him. But, like, I don't think I know him any other way. He is ridiculously famous due to his harmonica skills. Really? I feel like I've heard of this man before, but I don't remember. It's been too long. I played Guilty Gear one time when it completely shifted my music taste. The fun part is it's not even a joke. Valid. I heard Smell of the Game and I was like, that's such a good fucking song. I love that. And slowly but surely, I got to listen to music that I genuinely didn't think I would like. Like, songs that just never fucking were on my radar. Slowly started becoming on my radar. One big example, though, is I didn't like metal very much until Guilty Gear. I like the occasional folk song. Yeah, it's always like... It's never, like, you never... I don't think it's true that any single person hates an entire genre of music. It's because there's always going to be exceptions to that. But you can say that you can say, like, generally that you don't like a genre. I'm the type to listen to everything, which is why it's on my radar. I am slowly trying to listen to everything. I'm trying my damnedest to listen to every single genre and like it. Well, not every single genre. I cannot bring myself to like that many country songs. Country just does not work with me at all. I hear, like, the country songs that work for me are all stuff that I've already listened to hundreds of times. From, like, a long while ago now. God, every country artist that I've listened to has been dead for a long time. Granting my death dream music phase in college was odd. Is that like a genre or like a person? Life's too short to write off an entire genre. Exactly. You can just write off particular... You can make a generalized statement saying that I don't generally like this genre. But you can't say that you dislike everything in that genre. Like, there's always going to be an exception. That is a genre. How? It's built around slowly destroying the music. So you're saying that, granted my death dream, that genre, works for the myhouse.wad doom music in the background. So you're saying so-called country haters when they hear Devil Went Down to Georgia and Big Iron? No, this is what I mean when it says there's, like, exceptions to stuff. Like, those are really good songs. But, like... it's like a general statement. I'm not too big into country, but there are some things that are so fucking good. Well, what was the Dementia Simulator? Was it one of those, like, very popular YouTube videos? I'm getting tired now. I feel like I've seen I remember I tried to make one of the dementia video things in clay. I used to sculpt with clay, by the way. I've heard it at the end of time by what's it? Ever at the end of time by the caretaker? I feel like I feel like I've heard of that one before. I totally have. I think I found out of it through a music channel. There are a few others too. I think I completely missed this one. I remember it was around the time when my interests were a little bit different. Well, not really. They're kind of the same thing, just like matured. Same thing, but a more nuanced view on it. Ow. Well, that woke me up. I was scratching myself, and then I was scratching myself because I was itchy, and then it just hurt. Because I think I didn't realize something there was there that, you know. Ow. Surprise! Right? I didn't think that would happen. A little bit itchy and like a tiny little bit of like hair that like was in like a bad spot, I think, and I just scratched it and it was like, okay, by the way, this hurts. By the way, don't touch that. Honestly, it's an experience, so I wouldn't easily recommend. Yeah, it feels like one of those things that you would watch for the experience. Less than, like... I mean... I don't know. I would have to hear it. From the description, it sounds like experience first. The rest of it later. I'm actually getting really tired. I am getting sleepy. I didn't expect this. My music journey has been very integral to my growth as a person. No, actually, same. The genres I used to listen to are no longer the same as what I listen to now. I used to listen to a lot of rock ballads when I was younger. Like, a lot of, like, 70s, 80s rock ballads was what I listened to, because that's what my parents listened to. Or still listen to. Thoughts on Glass Beach? That's a good album. I don't think I've heard of it before. Yawn. God, I really am getting tired. Holy shit. This really is a sleep talking stream. I can feel myself going to sleep right now. Oh wait, I got it. Nice. We're making progress. Things are happening. I am going to shut off my brain after stream. It's turning off right now, but it's also turning off after stream. We're getting a little mix of brain activity right now. As a kid, my parents played a lot of their own music, like rap, reggae, and R&B. But I found EDM through the internet and was always more drawn to that. I don't even know what genres I listened to when I was younger, besides the ones that my parents listened to. You know what I did listen to? I listened to a lot of the music in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I went down that rabbit hole of songs adjacent to it. And that was about it, for like the most different I had when I was younger. Like, I just found that music and was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this. Fucking part 4 ending song? Yep, I will listen to that. Part 5 ending song? Yep, I listened to that one. Both part 5 ending songs, actually, I listened to both of those ones. But, like, I generally listen to a lot of the music that my parents listen to, so, like... Your typical, like Elton John and stuff, where it was, like, my... That was what I listened to. Like, Elton John, Billy Joel, those kinds of people, that's who my parents listened to, so it's who I listened to, therefore. I had my video game OST, and my OST phase. I had that one with specifically Subnautica. The Subnautica OST was my fucking everything. For quite a while, I would just, like, listen to that particular OST and nothing more. Aw, thank you for the follow, Frost. I very, very much appreciate it. Yeah, no, for me, the two artists that, besides what my parents listened to, my two artists that were, like, me branching out and listening to more stuff. Welcome in, Frost. 240 followers ago. Holy shit. That's very exciting. I clap. That's very exciting. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about music right now. And I do want to say, one of my, I just remembered one of the artists that I would listen to a shit ton, who actually really heavily defined my younger, music taste, was, Jack Strawbird. I can't pronounce his last name fucking ever. I was listening to, like, all of his fucking music. I listened to everything that he ever made. That was my entire music library for a very long time. It was either, like, the Subnautica OST or Jack Strawberry music. That was it. I know AJR was big a while back. I feel like they were really big a little while back. I didn't listen to any of their music, and yet I still saw stuff from them. God, I still have some fucking, even though it's been years, I still have some Jack Strawberry music stuck in my fucking brain. Like, it's still there. Like, Today is still in my mind. But the Jack Strawberry music videos are very interesting. I really liked the videos. It was this level of creepy that I loved. It was creepy, but not. You know what I mean? It was weird. I have 2 Jack Strawberry songs in my playlist. I know. Somewhere. I know. I don't even know the last song of his that I listened to. It's been a while. They stick in your head, right? Today, and Oklahoma are stuck in my head really hard. 2 Time is good too. New Normal. That one I liked. Baby Hotline was also a really good one. The entire Shop pop opera, every song made for that is so fucking fun. Opal was really good, the entire thing. I really liked Opal. Like, I've liked generally everything that he's made. Rep proceeds to name every song. Yeah, at this point, it's basically me just remembering all of the songs. Going, oh, that one was good, but that one was also good. Oh, that one was so good. I'm in my own little loop of, oh, right, that song exists. Oh, right, I like that song. Not a song, but the phrase "I did everything right, so why is it still raining?" Latched onto my brain like a leech. That video was really good. All of his like more thoughtful, not like all of his stuff was thoughtful, but all the ones that weren't songs or just about like some concept were also all really good. They all capture this feeling that just I haven't seen replicated before. Sounds like an ADHD hyperfixation band. Pretty much, yeah. No, I just hyperfixated on it super fucking hard. I just found it and thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever. I've always liked media that makes you feel a little bit wrong. I've always liked that kind of media. Which is why I'm so heavily drawn to the particular kinds of horror that I like. Like, my favorite kind of horror music is, what's it? Not music. My favorite kind of horror media is the psychological horror. I like stuff that is super fucking slow and just makes you feel uncomfortable the entire time. And like, I think listening to Jack Strawberry music is the reason why I got there. I really like how uncomfortable it makes me feel. It's why one of my favorite horror things to come out recently is the summer Hikaru died. That anime was really fucking good because it captured this the whole anime just genuinely feels uncomfortable. From like episode 1, the entire thing is just soaked with this. It gets under your skin and just kind of like sits there, and I love it as much as I hate it, and that's why I like it so much. I love the feeling just as much as I hate the feeling, so it's quite nice. Due to finding breakcore song with his music samples. Oh, really? I don't even remember. I think the thing that got me to listen to any breakcore at all was Ultra Kill, I think. If it even has I don't even know music by genre name, but like I think Ultra Kill is the closest I've gotten. Or is just it. Hollow Knight's Abyss sounds was my studying background noise due to that. Oh god, my studying fucking background noise is Children of the City. Just that one song. Children of the City has become my go-to studying thing. Because I don't know why, it hardwires my brain the moment I hear it. It's the only thing that got me through my last college course. Like, I would have been so much slower to actually do it if I didn't just sit there and listen to Children of the City. And, like, I fucking, like, every time I did college work with that song, I basically just yawned to myself constantly until it was done. I pre-scripted the fuck out of myself. I just did it until it was done. I did it until it was done because that's what I was supposed to do. I first discovered PM through the song Poems of a Machine, just before I knew about PM. I discovered it because a particular person in chat recommended it, and it was a free game, so I was like, you know what? I'll play it. Why not? Why not, right? Wouldn't hurt. Yep, it is all Nuz's fault. It is literally all your fault. Chatter spotted. It's you. You're the one who got me to fucking play PM games. Because I don't know. Literally, if Limbus Company was not free, I would not have played it, by the way. I'm gonna be so honest with you. If that game was not free, I would not have bought it. I would not have played it. Because I didn't want to make any investments at the time. So I was like, I'll play it eventually. PM is a cognito hazard? Okay, I have a story to tell you about Project Moon stuff, okay? One particular detail, and then I'm gonna probably disappear because we're nearing the end of stream time. One little Project Moon detail that had me, like... That has been so confusing to me is... Genuinely, I feel like when I launched and started playing Limbus Company, after Kanto 4, I entered a different timeline. Like, this is a different timeline than the one I started in. That's how I feel. Because suddenly, actually, Project Moon stuff is really popular, and not really popular, but popular enough that, like, I find it everywhere that I look now, actually. And I can't escape from it, and actually, like, everybody knows that it exists already. And everybody that I've talked to is like, oh yeah, that thing. It's like, I'm fucking sorry. This thing existed before I touched it. Like, it feels like this thing materialized the moment I found it. Like, it's suddenly everywhere, even though I barely fucking... What's it? It's suddenly fucking everywhere. The thing that everybody knows, but nobody knows, pretty much, right? Like, I probably would have seen PM stuff in the past, but I just didn't fucking realize. Because... technically, I have seen PM stuff before. I saw the animation of fucking Don Quixote watching the squirrel get electrocuted first. And I thought it was an OC animation. That's why I didn't really care. I was like, oh, that's a cute little OC animation. And then I just fucking didn't... I didn't go beyond that point. I just thought, oh, that's fun. But I think I might be done. I've yapped so hard. I've completely exhausted myself now. I'm tired. But yeah, PM has so many handprints and a ton of game communities like Touhou. I actually only know more about Touhou through somebody who plays, who I talk to to talk about Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Arena, which is also a Sleeper Agent series. My thing about Touhou is the last thing I will say. My opinions on Touhou are kind of funny because they're all formulated, like a lot of them, not anymore, but for years they were all formulated based on one singular person. Because he was the only person I had ever seen who ever talked about Touhou. Like, to me, it was basically a non-existent series outside of that one person. And that guy was a fucking asshole. So I didn't really care for Touhou. I literally didn't want to involve myself with it at all. Because the only person I knew who ever talked about it was a complete fucking asshole. So I was like, I don't really care. Like, I actually don't like it. It reminds me of this annoying guy, so I don't want to think about it. And, well, it didn't exactly, and then I learned that, like, oh, this is like a thing that exists. This isn't just his, like, headcanon OC thing. But again, it basically was. God. The guy, okay, I will say one thing about one little past thing, because I just think this is really funny, to describe to you the kind of person, the first person I knew who liked Touhou. The best way I can describe them is they hosted, like, D&D type stuff with the attitude of a, like, like grade schooler on the playground, where you're playing fucking like make believe, but actually I have a shield that makes it so you can't do that, or actually that you can't do that. That's how it was like talking with this person. So it was like they had to be the coolest person in everything that happened, or else like they didn't like it. It had to work exactly how they wanted it to be, or things just wouldn't fucking work. Or like he would just get upset about it. And like the timeout on my terms guy, pretty much, well, like, it was kind of, things only worked, oh, it's not insufferable, they were not fucking nice to talk to. It was always, like, they would always, like, talk about how much cooler their stuff is than other people's things, and if you're doing something that they didn't like, even in a setting when, even in like a setting where like you're technically are allowed to do whatever the fuck you feel like, they were like, no, I don't like that. You're not. I'm gonna walk that back. Actually, you're not allowed to do that anymore. I'm sorry, dang. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I only ever had to deal with that for a little bit, luckily, because I was very quick on the boat of like, actually, this guy kind of sucks. I'm done with this. I was there for like 2 things that they did, and that was I was there for the first one, and I was like, okay, well, other people are here, which is nice. I like the other people. They're cooler. And the other people left, and then I was like, okay, so then why the fuck am I still here? God. The second thing that they did, I will have you know, was literally just Metal Gear. It was not like, it was completely unoptimized, but now it's Metal Gear. Like, that's the situation. And I think it's really funny. Alright, but thank you all for hanging out with me. I very, very much appreciate it. I'm going to do something. Maybe nothing. Probably nothing, quite honestly. I'm gonna close my eyes, though. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm really tired now. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day, and have a good tomorrow, and the day after that, and after that, and after that. Bye-bye.